Thousands of people move to Los Angeles every year from around the country and even from around the world. I should know, I moved here from London back in 2008. And I honestly believe before you move to Los Angeles, this is one of the cities, maybe the city, where you should do the most amount of research, because you can get here and be completely lost if you don't know what you're in for. So today, in this video, I'm gonna give you some tips on what you need to know before you move to Los Angeles. I'm Matt Tilley, the British bloke. If this is your first time to my channel, welcome. And please subscribe if you're looking to learn everything about what it's like to live in LA County. I'm gonna be doing lots more videos to help you out. We get phone calls, emails, text messages every single day from people looking to move to LA County or within LA County. So whether you're looking to move in 9 days or 90 days, give me a call, shoot me a text, write me an email. We love helping you make a smooth move. Okay, let's jump into the video and the things you must consider before you move to Los Angeles. Number one, do not move here sight unseen. Come and visit. LA's very different from New York, Chicago, these more inner city vibes. It's actually huge and sprawling with so many different neighborhoods. You might see a house that you like, which is only 15 miles from where you live. And where you live in a different state, that 15 miles might only take you 15 minutes in the morning. But in LA, that might take you an hour. So the last thing you want to do is rent an apartment somewhere, have a job somewhere else, and it's an hour commute every day. It could ruin your life. So before you move here, come visit LA at least once, maybe twice. Know the areas, know where you're living. I've known people who rented apartments sight unseen. They get there and there's like a huge homeless problem outside their building, which obviously that wasn't promoted on the website of the apartment building. You have to see where you're going to be living, the neighborhood, the bars, the restaurants. Is it the right vibe for you? So number one, visit before you move. The second thing to consider, it is expensive, and I know you know it's expensive, but whatever you're thinking, almost double that. That's how expensive it is. That's how much money you're going to spend. Even if you're in one of the shabby neighborhoods in Los Angeles, renting one bedroom, it's going to cost you $1,600 a month, all the way up to over $3,000 a month for a one bedroom, a condo or apartment to rent. If you're buying and you want to be in a decent area, a 3-bed, 2-bath, if you have a family, you're looking at a minimum $850,000. But it's not just property or rent that's expensive. It's gas, it's food, it's insurance. We have state income tax, which you might not have in the state you're living now. You can add an extra 5, 6, 7% in taxes you're gonna pay. So before you move to Los Angeles, crunch your numbers on what you're gonna be earning, because the last thing you wanna do is lock yourself into a 1-year lease, buy a house, and then 3 months in realize that it's a lot more expensive than you think. Los Angeles is expensive, and it's more expensive than you can imagine. Number three, leading on from number two kind of, come with a game plan, move to LA with a job. If you're relocating with a family, great, you're relocating, you obviously have a job. But if you're just moving out here, you want to try something different, you're fed up with your old state and you want to try something new and California's bringing you in, make sure you have a game plan. If you're under 25, fine. Come here, live in a condo or apartment with 3, 4 people, and you'll be fine. But if you're looking for a job, make sure you have a job. Come out here first, interview. Do not come out here without having your life set up, because guess what? Los Angeles can chew you up and spit you out really, really easily. I've seen it with numerous friends, and I don't want it to happen to you. The next thing I would suggest, come here with a car or buy a car as soon as you get here. Yes, most cities around the country and the world, you don't need a car. Public transport can get you everywhere. In Los Angeles, that is not the case. Yes, we have a metro, we have an underground, we have buses, but do people really use them? No. Yes, some areas, West Hollywood, for example, you might not need a car. The walkability in some neighborhoods is really good. But generally, if you've got a friend, and even if they're 3 or 4 miles away, just to get to them, you will need a car. So I would really considering having a car in Los Angeles. It's kind of hell without one. And leading on from having a car, realize how bad the traffic is. Like how expensive LA is, I know people from around the country know how bad the traffic is, but I don't think they know how really bad the traffic is. It can be horrendous, especially rush hour. You could literally, like I say, live 15 miles from where you work. During rush hour, that could take you an hour and a half. So you have to understand how bad the traffic is, how bad parking can be, how bad car insurance can be. I'm seeing accidents all the time. But if you're aware that you're going to be living in your car a lot, perfect. Another thing to consider about living in Los Angeles, the homeless problem. Yes, obviously there's always been homeless issue in LA. It's a major city, there's always homeless people. However, the last 3, 4, 5 years, it's getting worse year after year. I'm talking 10, 15, 20% increase year on year. Right now we have about 70,000 homeless people living in LA County, or living in LA actually, and I think that's just going to go up and up and up. It's going to be 6 figures before you know it. So when you're moving here, check the homeless issue. You don't want to be renting an apartment where there's 5 homeless people living downstairs or there's tents just down the street. The homeless issue in LA is getting worse, and to be honest, even though we pay high tax dollars, it's not really being taken care of. So just be aware, if you're moving from a state where there's not much homeless, you don't really know what it's like to be around homeless people, come here, see what the homeless problem's like, just so you know, because trust me, the homeless issue is pretty bad in LA. The next thing to consider, if you're coming here to be in the entertainment business, Hollywood, the area of Hollywood is not glamorous. My dad had a friend, they were getting married in England, they were having their honeymoon, and he asked them what they're doing on their honeymoon, and she said, "We're going to Hollywood for a week." I was like, are you kidding me? Hollywood is not glamorous at all. In fact, the neighborhood itself is run down, homeless, it needs investment. It's not a place to hang out. So if you're moving to Hollywood and you want to live in Hollywood, well, yes, you can get okay rentals and it's close to kind of Hollywood, but it is not glamorous. It is not great. Everything you're seeing on TV in reference to Hollywood is not in Hollywood itself. So be really wary about deciding to move to Hollywood before you check it out. You might be surprised how it is. Another thing to consider about moving to LA, when you live here, if you're from another state around the country or around the world, trust me, your friends are going to want to come and visit you. We have the beaches, we have Disneyland, we have the shopping, we have the great weather, and we have the stigma of Los Angeles that people want to come and visit. So be warned, if you move to LA, friends and family are going to be coming to visit you. So make sure you have an extra room. And finally, something to consider, and you might not even be thinking this would be on the list, but it's really hard to make friends in LA. Not sure why, but everyone kind of seems to keep themselves to themselves. Feels like in other cities and neighborhoods around the country, communities are a lot closer. In LA, I don't know if it's because friends or family are sprawled out around the town, because like I said, there's a lot of neighborhoods in LA to live in, and it's not really a city vibe, it's more of different neighborhoods, lots of towns put together. So it's kind of hard to make friends. Yeah, if you move here for college when you're at 18, 19, 20, 21, yeah, you're gonna make friends. But if you're moving here with a family and you're in your 30s and 40s, even if you've got kids going to schools and you're gonna meet the new parents, trust me, you're going to find it hard to make friends. It's a real big complaint that I keep hearing over and over again from people who live here. Okay, I wanted to keep this brief. Obviously, there's more reasons that I could tell you why to move to LA, why not to move to LA. I'm going to be doing other videos soon to cover these topics. But for now, there are five or six things I think you should consider. Comment below if I missed something. Please like the video, subscribe. That way you can get to see more of these videos, which will hopefully give you an idea of what's it like to live in Los Angeles. All right, I'll see you at the next video.